It is just before 10 o'clock on July 21st. Just wanted to do a quick update on the garden. Thankfully Todd was able to come down and mow the paths. There's a lot of clover that's encroaching on the garden that we'll have to try to take care of, but it's looking really good this year. The milkweed has been growing, is in full bloom. The sneezeweed here is pretty tall. It's about 4 feet. Over this part it's about maybe 5.5, almost as tall as me. Here's the iris, did really well this year. There's a bunch of seed pods to try to save some seed. The mountain mint has bloomed in the last week, so you got big patches of white throughout the garden. Mountain mint is doing really well. A ton of aster is growing, and it's going to be very colorful later in the year. The plants are anywhere between 2 and 4 feet tall, doing really well. The palm sedge is doing really well. Last week the prairie blazing star started to bloom, so there's patches of prairie blazing star that's doing really well as well. More sneezeweed here. The spiderwort did okay. It did really well in this section over here. Bloomed a couple times actually. Let's see, the black-eyed Susan is all coming back pretty strong and will be blooming hopefully within a week. Here's some more of it here. Have one cardinal flower up, and it's very bright and looks like it's going to keep blooming for a while. This has 3 stalks with flowers, and looks like there might be a 4th right here. So it's good to see that it's starting to spread. What else we got here? Some more cardinal flower that's going to pop up on this side, but hasn't done that quite yet. The foxglove looked really good about a month ago. Bloomed kind of early. Tons of white flowers, some purple flowers. That I think will keep coming back pretty strong. Let's see. As far as weeds, decent amount of weeds, but not a lot of them have been able to kind of outgrow the stuff we planted, so that's a good sign. Oh, purple coneflower has done well in a couple areas here, and it did okay over here. Surprised it hasn't done so well. I've actually had some plants from seed grow better than the ones from plant, from plug. This sneezeweed's really tall. This did really well last year. I'm expecting a ton of yellow color from that this year. You know, didn't do well are the grasses. Let me find. So the grasses should have lined this entire path here. And you can see the remnants of them from last year, but they never really took off. Here's one that's doing okay this year. Little blue stem. And there's actually some little blue stem, I think, growing by itself in this patch. Yeah, here we go. But it hasn't done so great. And actually I was expecting that grass to grow really well, so we'll see what happens. Last thing I should point out is that we have a ton of aster growing from seed, and this was from a November seeding in 2018. Most of the plants right here are aster seedlings, and they're only like 6 to 12 inches tall, and I'm pretty sure they're from that seeding that took a couple of years to germinate. And so I think that aster, a ton of it here, is going to kind of fill in the gaps as the garden progresses. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's not too aggressive in its spread. Something that I've been seeing is a lot of discoloration on the milkweed. Not sure what that's all about. Tons of leaves have been eaten. You can see there's some caterpillars, I'm sure, have been able to grow. I've seen lots of monarchs. No aphids yet this year. Hopefully that continues. And yeah, looking pretty good. Lots of color, lots of yellow to come. Here's actually some black-eyed Susan that's, I think, opened within just the last couple hours. There you go.